My screen is being loaded. Yes, perfect. All right. So now on a stamp paper, we will be typing out this agreement, and which is an agreement for sale. If you can see, once again, I will repeat these things so that it enters your head and it's just there. All right. So we have our margins on top, on all both the sides and below as well. Agreement for sale, of course, is a font or two fonts more bigger, so that it kind of hits your eye. And then we have this. Now, this is also, you need to, I keep repeating this, you need to understand this is a Calcutta way of writing. I come from a presidential town. This is our style of writing. It can be different in your cities and your courts. So just follow what is happening in your courts, okay? Now, this agreement for sale again is block, underline, bold, in capital, is made on this 30th day of July in words 2013. You can choose the way that you want to write, like to write your date. Between, now if you see, between has a space in between the word, the alphabets. Don't ask me why. We've been using it for years now. So this is Measures. This is a company, is a hotel, private limited. Now, because this is a private limited company, this is a private limited company. You write, which is registered under the Companies Act of 1956. Please note that after 2013, the act was amended. So this is an old document that I took. So because of that, it is, you see, it is Companies Act of 1956. That was the old Companies Act. But after 2013, it became Companies Act of 2013. So please make sure that you make these corrections, or whenever you're drafting new, make sure that it is registered, say a company registered under the Companies Act 1956. Even if you want to write that, you can write presently known as the Companies Act of 2013. Okay, like this. Now, because it is an artificial person, Mrs. Okay, I have kept it blank, but is Astoria. So Mrs. Astoria Hotel it has to be represented by its director, namely so and so. Again, your party, all the details come here. Son of late so and so, aged about so and so, by your faith, whatever, by occupation, whatever. Okay. Hereinafter referred to as the seller, because it is what, why we are using this term, because it is sale. Please do not make mistakes like lesser lessee, licensor licensee. Know what you are drafting. Don't blindly copy. I know people have blindly copied parties also. Now, if I am giving you this document, do not blindly copy. Okay, I want you to understand what you're writing, because it is a sale. One party would be the seller, the other party is who? A purchaser. You know, it's very simple. Okay. Now, because this is this guy or whoever, this, one second, where is he? Where is he? This director of this company is the seller. But however, because we have his successors, administrator, legal representative, heirs, and assigned, so together they become one part. Again, just like between, we have and, A space N space D. It is up to you how you want to. I can write between one, Mrs. Astoria, between, and two, this party, second private limited party. But okay, first I need to tell you this, that apologies. I have a very, very um, uh, tough week that I had, and I caught a cold again. It's quite surprising, but apologies, because I would constantly keep coughing. I'm trying all the natural remedies, nothing is working. All right. So anyway, getting back, so we have the second person, who is the second party, and his, again, see, Companies Act 1956, represented by director. I'm not getting into the detail, and this person becomes my purchaser, and together they become who? Not the second part. They become the other part. One part, other part. Okay. First part, second part. Okay. Now comes my recital, and how you see how beautifully we write our recitals. Why are these things done? Imagine, if I have this document right in front of you, in like a glance, you look at the agreement. You know that okay, it's my agreement for sale between Messrs. Astoria and Mr. So and so. I mean, Messrs. So and so, right? Okay, so Astoria is my seller because it's right in your eye, and Messrs. The other party is my purchaser. Fair enough, done. Okay, like that. Oh, and here my recital also comes. So it is right there. That is why a bold and underline and is necessary. All right. Whereas the party of one part, they had purchased the immovable and movable property of this. They bought something from the assets recovery branch in Calcutta. Okay. You just can't write they bought it. I bought a pair of jeans. No, you even if you buy a pair of jeans, it's fine. You buy a pair of denims, it's fine. But you need to say that via a Google Pay or a UPI on so and so at so and so, like that. Similarly, here you need to write that you're buying an immovable and movable property. Immovable something that moves, immovable something that doesn't move, movable something that moves, right? From whom it was bought? From the assets recovery management branch. Okay, so seller bought some stuff from assets recovery management branch in Calcutta through Allahabad Bank. This is my sales certificate dated so and so. This is what my say, it can be a demand draft, NEFT, whatever is your action. So seller bought certain stuff from, and it is the detail we mentioned. Now, other part, what did they do? Other part approached the party of one part to purchase some machinery and scraps lying in the factory shed of Messrs. Astoria. And the other part agreed also. So here comes what? My my offer and my acceptance. Other part offered, which is my purchaser. Purchaser offered, and this one agreed. My seller agreed. Okay, that's it. Now comes my main body of my agreement. Now this agreement witnesseth. It is hereby agreed by and between the parties. Here too, which is below, as follows. Okay, legal words. Now, what is this person selling? What is this person buying? How detailed can you go? See the alignment. You see your sheet hygiene. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you give like a tab, like a space, whatever. If you want to give space, your thing. If you don't want to give space, your thing. Whatever you want to do. But then you need to maintain a certain sheet hygiene. All right. Document hygiene. That's what I meant. Right. Number one is what? Now you see everything starts with a that. Why that? You are letting the court know that this is what happened. Okay. That the total sale price of machinery and scraps is fixed at 1 crore 86 lakhs. And you write it in words. You can also write the word only after 6 lakhs. There's no hard and fast rule, but you I would say you should write the word only. Okay. Now there are items which are marked 1 to 30 on the machineries. An additional value added tax of 5% will be paid by the purchaser. If you write here VAT will be applied, you can't write VAT will be applied. You have to write who will be paying this VAT. So be very clear, simple English. VAT will be paid by the purchaser. Okay. Now suddenly this purchaser decided to buy and then there is no monetary transaction. Doesn't happen. You normally give like a some token amount. So here it's not a token amount per se. Purchaser already paid about a crore by demand draft being number so and so. Now here is a slight thing. See, I don't want you guys to make these mistakes. Now 1 crore rupees one, and then put it in number, then in words rupees 1 crore only. All right, just the way this is here. All right. The advocate had missed this. Okay. Oh, another thing the advocate had missed page number. Fantastic. Okay. Now, what is he supposed to do? Is you have to get a demand draft. Demand draft's number dated about when, not about when is this? Okay. Drawn on Axis Bank, given to the seller to do what? That you are selling and you're lifting the scraps and machinery number 27, 28, 29, 30. Where are they? They are lying within the factory shed. Where is the factory shed? Factory shed is here. See, factory shed is this one. Okay. There should have been a space. Or maybe I think because I copied from my Word doc to the PDF, na? So maybe it's a very old document. I know Microsoft Word in before 2013 was something I don't even remember. 2013 is oh my god, 10 years back. Okay. Where were we? Okay. Now see that the purchaser will pay the balance sum of 86 lakhs again in words in writing. I mean, it's better that you write on or before 30th August to the seller, and can lift the scraps and machinery number 1 to 26, which are again lying in the within the factory shed. You have to mention like these details. 27, 29, and 30 are done. 1 to 26 have to be lifted. And where are they lying? Factory shed. Don't think that you don't think that because you have written it is within the factory shed means that 1 to 26 is also in the factory shed. 1 to 26 can be elsewhere as well. All right. Now, there in this Astoria's factory shed, there are a lot of other stuff as well. You have three overhead cranes. You have two generators, one transformer. I am not selling all these things to you. You have 1 to 30, pick up those 1 to 30 and leave. Don't even look at my other stuff. Okay. And I have a lot of electrical cables also which are below the earth. Please don't take all these. Take only 1 to 30. Okay. Then what do? That the entire lifting and scraps and machinery will have to be completed within 60 days. Don't take forever and ever and ever. This is what? This is my term. Class number 3. Offered acceptance, consideration, 1 crore 86. This is my term. That you need to complete this within 60 days. Okay, that is from this to whatever. You can write also within 60 days from the date of signing this agreement. Now you have signed this agreement when 37. You are making it clearer that 38/7 say 60 days would be counted. If you want to make it a little more clearer, you can add another 60 days and make it 30th July, September, October. September. I missed out August only in between. August, September. It's up to you. You can write just to be a little clear. Now, again, this is a kind of um, okay. I don't want to term it as force majeure, but you can consider this like just between the two of us. I mean, you guys and me. Okay, so this is also kind of a force majeure, but we are not calling it out. अभी इसमें क्या है? That if there are any kind of interruption due to any government department, including court orders, then the seller will refund the balance amount, if any, to the purchaser after mutual understanding within 7 days. Not exactly force majeure per se, because it is things which are not in our hands, but then you just actually call it out. Okay? But don't say force majeure. We all know what force majeure is. Now, you also need to mention na, that there would be laborers, employees, laborers, those people who are not in your payroll. Whoever doesn't know, you have to understand that there are people on your payroll, there are people who are not on your payroll, who are the contractors. Now, if people are on your payroll, they become your employees. If you become an employee, means you will be getting an provident fund, a PF. So there would be like EPFO in the portal. Whoever knows, EPFO, there's a portal, and you become a part of an organization. Then, so your entire history, PF history would be available. So wherever you have worked, 10 days, 15 days, 3 years, 5 years, wherever you have worked, don't think that it will not reflect in your EPFO history. Say, for example, a lot of people do, "Arey, kisi ko nobody will get to know. I will work here for like 10 days and then I will leave." Even if you get like a salary for even one day, it will reflect in the EPFO. I know somebody who worked in this company called Dell. Okay. He worked in Dell for exactly one day. One day he worked in Dell and they were fixing up everything and whatever. And he got a salary also. He got a salary for one day. And that reflected in his EPFO, as in the Provident Fund portal online, whatever that is, government. Okay. So coming back to this, either you can have 10 to 15 laborers, or you can, and or, now see, it's a legal term, and or. Why and or? You can have laborers and employees, you can have laborers or employees, you can have either or, right? So you can write like and or employees for doing the job at the factory premise, and also they can reside temporarily. Look at these words, temporarily. If you say, imagine this word is not there, all right? You write and also reside for 60 days. It makes sense, but if you make it, you have to make it more clear as lawyers. So what do? You write another word called temporarily for 60 days. But say, just giving an example, in case the 60 days may we don't finish off the work, what do? Say the 61 days, you can't throw out these people, na? So what do? You write and or till the entire lifting is done. It can take 5 days more. It can be like a little more or less, whatever. So you just have to be nice and considerate. Now see, you may not even have thought about this, but the purchaser will be responsible for its employees, and the seller cannot be held responsible for any infighting and or if there is a labor unrest. Infighting, somebody hit somebody. Okay. A hit B. B goes to the police station. Where this happened? What is the jurisdiction? Okay. Catch hold of the seller. Police will come and catch hold. Seller is behind bars. Okay. So all these things seller will not do. Your purchaser work is that you pick up the stuff and you leave. All these things you would, any person who is not, does not have a legal background will not even think about all these things. But you will think. You will think of all the possible problems. All right. And it's okay. There are things which you can anticipate. It will only come with practice. Okay. And what do you say? That the seller cannot be held responsible for any if there's an in-house fire, or labor unrest, so on. Now, nobody can come to my property without a photo ID. So purchaser has to furnish photo ID card for all the laborers employed at the factory premises to the seller before starting of the job. And once the job is done, it is your duty. You remove all your laborers after completion of the job. It shouldn't be like, all 60 people he has employed or kept in the in the factory shed to do his job, and then 59 people go out. One person is inside. No, it is your duty. You count and you leave. Just like, how we do head counts. Whenever we go for a picnic, we do head counts, no? In the bus, when we sit, people do head counts. Same you have to do here. It's so easy, so I don't know how I will explain. But again, point number 11, you are telling that the purchaser cannot claim any right on the property of the seller. It is the seller's property. You are not selling the property. You are selling only stuff that are marked 1 to 30. Not even my generator, not even my cranes, nothing. Okay? And you definitely cannot say that, oh, from today, I am the king of the world and I own this factory shed. No, you cannot claim any right on the property of the seller. And of course, the purchaser, again, see, spell check, PHE. The purchaser will solely be responsible for any accidents occurring to its employees during the job, and the seller will have no responsibility to that effect. Of course, I'm not even trying to explain this now. In witness whereof, whatever, you know this, know the thing. All right. Sign, seal, delivered, sign, seal, delivered. Now, this is another way of writing your signature page. Okay, that's pretty much about it. Sign, seal, and delivered. You have a witness 1, witness 2 on the left, and on the right you have these people, whoever are your purchaser and your seller. Okay, I'm stopping so that I can share. Where is my Zoom? Okay, team, my Zoom is acting funny today. Okay, so just letting you know that. Yeah, where's my chat? Sharing the. What you will not be doing is copying. What?